Why it sucked to be a valet at Versailles. The day began early, too early, before the sun rose. Before the nobles stirred, servants were already awake. Fires needed tending, candles needed trimming, shoes had to be polished until they gleamed, ready for the feet of someone who would never polish their own. If you were a valet, your master's life was your life. His routine dictated yours. His moods set the rhythm of your day. Imagine standing in a chamber heavy with perfume and smoke from the hearth. In front of you, silks, stockings, breeches, lace cuffs, gloves, wigs. Dressing a noble was never as simple as buttoning a shirt. It was an elaborate ritual, full of etiquette. Every garment had a meaning. A shirt might be offered only by one person, a coat by another. Even to hand a stocking in the wrong order could be a humiliation. A valet needed to know the dance, step by step, without faltering. And always, the noble was watching. A frown could mean dismissal. A smile, rare as it was, could mean protection. The work was intimate. You dressed your master, bathed him, helped him relieve himself. You carried his chamber pot discreetly through hidden passages, a reminder that behind the sparkle of Versailles, there were smells and messes few wanted to imagine. Privacy for you did not exist. The nobles lived much of their lives in public. The King of France, for example, performed waking and dressing as a ceremony. The lever nobles crowded the room to watch, each desperate to be given the honor of handing him a sleeve or pouring water over his hands. And valets, though essential, were invisible. They were there, moving quickly, quietly, ignored unless they erred. When your noble left for the day, you followed, you carried his sword, his papers, his cloak, you held his secrets. You overheard the gossip whispered in carriages. You saw the affairs, the debts, the betrayals, but you could never speak of them. To speak was to risk everything. Your bed, if you had one, was not much. Often, servants slept in narrow hidden rooms built into the walls of Versailles itself. Dark, airless, just large enough for a cot. The same walls that glittered with gold on the outside concealed servants sleeping in silence, ready to be summoned at any hour, and the work never ended. At night, you undressed your noble, folded every garment with care, arranged wigs for the morning. You might be dismissed well past midnight, only to rise again before dawn. Was there envy? Of course. From your hidden corner, you watched banquets beneath chandeliers, parades of powdered wigs and jewels. You carried the tools of their luxury who lived in the orbit of power, but never in its light. Some valets gained influence because proximity to a noble meant access. But more often, you were simply tired, invisible, a shadow in silk-lined halls. And so, life at Versailles for a valet was a strange mix. Constant labor, endless ritual, the temptation of secrets, and the burden of silence. Imagine now the rhythm of their days. Dawn, fire, clothes, chamber pots, whispers, shadows. A pattern that never changed until history itself forced it to.